Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips leaders and entrepreneurs to achieve their greatest potential. This show is sponsored by Current Leadership Coaching, and they help entrepreneurs excel as leaders so they can create super teams. Find out more about them at currentleadershipcoaching.com. Hey, hope you're doing absolutely great today. And today is a big day in America as we get to vote for our choice of leadership for the next 2, 4, and 6 years. Now, naturally, most of the spotlight is on the presidential race. And although there are numerous candidates listed on the ballot, it'll all come down to either President Trump being reelected or past Vice President Biden being elected. You know, it's kind of funny that so much emphasis is always on the president when there are just so many decisions and laws that are actually created by the representatives and the senators of Congress. Of course, the president has the final say and chooses whether to approve or disapprove the bills that are put on his or her desk. But the real battlegrounds are in Congress. That's where the bills are created, discussed, worked out, and voted on. If the leaders in Congress are not getting along and cannot decide upon things, well, let's face it, not a whole lot is going to get accomplished. So today, pay as much attention to your state senators, your state representatives, and your U.S. congressmen as well, because that's where the real battlegrounds are taking place. Of course, your teams and companies and businesses are so much the same, and it's critical for the lower leaders to work well together and get their work accomplished. I titled today's episode, The Most Important Leadership Decision of 2020, because not only is it important to pick leaders at the voting booth, but it's just as important to realize that deciding who your leaders are at every level, at work or in your business, is very important as well. And if you're a mid-level leader, man, it's important to have a good working relationship with your fellow mid-level leaders so that you can all be working together and towards the same goals. You see, if your lower-level leaders are working together for the good of the entire organization, man, you're going to be mega successful because they will all be on the same track. If, however, your lower-level leaders cannot work together, you're going to have major conflict, you're going to have low morale, low retention rates, and just overall low productivity, just to name a few negative outcomes. So today's challenge is for you to think about your relationships with other leaders on your level. And specifically, think about how your relationship with them is. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it ugly? And you know what? If it's good, how can you make it better? If it's not so great or even ugly, what can you do to make it good, where each of you actually respect each other and can work together better? Also, think about how your relationship with other leaders contributes to the success or failure of organizational projects and or your overall business success. This could be a big eye-opener for some of you, but take it all in stride and understand that today is a great day to improve whatever needs fixing. Hey, as an added challenge, I challenge every one of you to make sure that you get out there and vote for your future leaders of America. As a reminder, I also want to tell you about the free guide that I created just for you that gives you the number one hiring question. And this also works great if you want to get to know some co-leaders that you work with. This one question will open the door to many more conversations and tell you a whole lot about that person answering it. If you want this free guide that also includes a free video that explains it, please visit currentleadershipcoaching.com/hiring question, and you'll be able to find a direct link to that page in today's show notes. By the way, if you enjoy this show, man, I'd greatly appreciate it if you left me a 5-star review on whatever platform you listen on. As always, thanks a lot for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Until tomorrow, run to your challenges.